Yo, I need a backlight, bro. You guys like that light that I did? I actually took out the Christmas light and then hang it on the TV because I need that backlight. But anyways, man, thank you Sony for sponsoring this video. Psych shit, I wish. But anyways, today I'm gonna show you guys my camera gear. If you guys may or may not know, about a year ago I made that transition of switching all my Canon cameras to Sony cameras. And my whole reason for doing that is because Sony's just way too advanced in terms of like content creating, vlogging cameras. They're more advanced than Canon does. But without further ado, let's get into this video. The first camera that I'm gonna show you guys is my go-to camera. So this is right here is my go-to camera. This is the Sony ZV-1, and this is a very nice camera, especially with this wide angle lens that I don't know who invented this. I guess I don't know, but that's their logo right there, like the little U. But anyways, this is a very good camera, especially in 4K. But the only problem with Sony is the batteries. But nowadays they're making those batteries that will last you longer like the Canon does. But this is the Sony ZV-1. So usually I only use this camera like this and just like, you know, go my day-to-day basis and just like vlog like this. I had that wide angle lens, and it just, I don't know, it's just like great for vlogging just day-to-day, and that wide angle really helps a lot. It's just like it's a must, you know. So I did this lighting because I thought that my floor light doesn't work, but the plug wasn't on. This is a very good camera. It's a good 4K camera, but the only thing that is problem with this is the color. I wish it would have had the same color as the Sony A6400, but for this one they were trying out some new colors, or they were just really trying to sell this camera for less, or just like trying to give this camera a con. Cameras company does that sometimes, or they literally did things in purpose so that, you know, it kind of not annoy you but kind of bother you a little bit. Like this Sony A6400, they could have just put a flip out screen, but instead they did a flip up screen. I don't know. And then with this one they did a flip out screen, but the color of it is not the same as this one. It does have the same picture profile and all that stuff, but I wish I had the same color as the Sony A6400. But other than that, I got this like muff right here. It's a different muff. This is an aftermarket muff because I actually lost the one that came with it, so I have to get that because sometimes I don't really use this mic, you know, and if I do, then I don't need this. But this thing has a mount where you can just mount it up, so I don't have to remove this every single time and misplace it, because that's what usually happens. It's like the original one that came with it, I usually take it out and put the microphone, but now the one that I have, shout out to Small Rig, the one that Small Rig made has a hot shoe mount, so you don't have to take it out. You can just like plug this thing in and bada boom bada bing. But this is the Diddy microphone. This is actually the one that has a microphone in the front and microphone in the back, but I just kind of removed the muff here, or the windscreen, because so by me removing the windscreen and make it look like more of the Rode Video Micro, which is, I don't know where's it at. I have it. I was supposed to make it for this video, but I couldn't find it, so I just like, you know what, just use this one, you know. So but I highly suggest this camera, better than the Canon G7X Mark II, especially if you're gonna be filming, you know, just the camera itself and just go like this to your everyday life. I will highly suggest you guys buy this than the Canon G7X. But next, my main camera, which is this one, is, I can't show you, but I'm gonna do some B-roll, is the Sony A6400, and this is a really good camera. I'm not gonna lie, the 4K in this camera is so crispy. If you guys watching, it's so nice. And that's why I love this camera. You know, this camera is really nice, but I hope there's only one thing that I wish this camera would have. Only thing I wish that this camera have is a flip out screen instead of a flip up screen. And then I'm pairing it up with a Sony 10 to 18mm, which is their wide angle lens, and is really nice for vlogging. And then the microphone I have is the Rode Video Mic NTG, and I have a Small Rig, the hot shoe relocator, because if I put the microphone on top, then it will block the screen, right? So I don't know, this is what I'm saying. Our camera's company just doing this in purpose so that, like, you know, I don't know. And I usually have this tripod when I'm vlogging with it, which is the Manfrotto, and I love this more than the GorillaPod. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm using the GorillaPod right now because when you set both of this down, this is have much of a higher like level, and it's just perfect when I put it on the table because it's just like perfectly eye level to me when I use the GorillaPod. So that's the one of the reason. But when I'm gonna go or I vlog outside, this is what I usually pair it up with. And then let me show you guys my lens. Some of my lenses are really nice. So when I first got this camera, I got it with a kit lens, which is the Sony 16-55. It didn't come with a camera. I just bought this camera with a body only, and then bought a used pair of this because at the time I didn't really have money to buy the wide angle lens. So I was vlogging with a 16-55, and I need that image stabilization. So I got the kit lens, which is the best lens you can get for pretty much just, you know, vlogging or day-to-day use. You don't really need a wide angle lens, but if you do have the money, go ahead and spend that extra buck. And when I want to do my photography or portrait or any type of like scene that I need more of a cinematic look or more of like lower aperture and just a crispy video looking, I use the Sigma 16mm 1.4. This is a very nice lens, very sharp too. You guys want to put it? Let me put this on. So this is it. This is the Sigma 16mm 1.4. I usually use this lens when sometimes I do this type of videos where I just like do some clothing videos or anything like that, or any like just, you know, if I do like this type of videos where I just talk to the camera, I can just pretty much like put this on. All right, so this is the 10-18. As you guys can see, my 10-18 is like broken, yo. Like this thing is broken. Like the focus ring is broken, and it's like, you know, the top part is missing, all scratched up, all that, but it still worked 100%, so I still use it. And then this is the most recent one that I bought, which is the 18-135, and this lens is a pretty nice lens because you can this is the lens that I use when I do all those time lapse, or if I do more of like a, let's say I'm driving and trying to make those montages and transition. I usually use this lens because it's just way better when it comes to like doing montages and transitions. You can just do so much, bro. This is a 18-135. You can go from 18-135. Like that's crazy, you know. So yeah, I just love this lens. And yeah, that's pretty much it what I have for my camera gear. That's the only thing that I really use for a day-to-day basis or filming or vlogging. I don't really use anything else besides these two cameras, and sometimes I don't even use my second camera. Sometimes I just use this one, the main camera, because I want to keep my vlogs consistent when it comes to like quality and all that stuff. I want to just like keep giving you guys high quality 4K vlogs and all that. So that's why I just try to use this as much as possible, even though I'm out there and it doesn't feel like bringing this big camera. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I have. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys like this video, and as always, it's that boy Mix, and I'm out. See ya.